Welcome to the city of frost and fire. Discover the authentic stories of the extraordinary people that define our north of normal metro. I'm Conrad Fargo, and this is the Fargo Five. We have Scott Moen, the manager of the Moorhead American Legion 21. Hello, Scott.
Hello.
So we get kind of the same questions over and over again about Fargo and about the people of Fargo. And so I've compiled kind of a handy little list here and thought maybe we could take your temperature, see what you have to say about some of these burning questions that people have about the residents of the metro.
Okay.
What do you think?
Shoot.
All right. So this first one is going to be maybe a little controversial. Maybe you've had this around the dinner table before, but do bowls belong on the bottom rack of the dishwasher or not? Do you have a dishwasher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
And where
we do.
And do the bowls?
Wife.
Yeah, you and your wife. And do the bowls go on the bottom rack?
Depends on how big the bowl is.
Oh, okay. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Well, if it's your standard cereal bowl, that can go on top.
Oh, okay.
But if it's a bigger bowl, then you got to put it on the bottom.
But can you, if the top is full and the bottom is wanting for dishes, can you put it on the bottom rack?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because in some households that's a real taboo. I don't know if you know. Do you guys?
No.
It can be very common. You guys get along with the dishwasher.
You have to utilize what you have.
Okay. Not everybody sees it that way.
No.
So do you and your wife see eye to eye with the dishwasher loading strategy? Some people, my wife and I are constantly butting heads because in my eyes, she doesn't load it the right way, and she also doesn't care for the way I load it.
Well,
so kind of whoever gets to it first gets to load it the way they want it. And
I think when I do load the dishwasher, she just appreciates it.
Yeah.
So she just lets it go. And then when I leave the room, if she needs to change something around, she will do that.
Okay. That's a fun question,
right?
About dishwashers. This question maybe not as fun, a little more serious. What surprised you most when you started your career? Was there maybe a misconception that you had about the job? Was there anything that blew your mind when you started, I guess we'll say, being the manager, or when you started interacting with the Legion? Was there anything that is like, wow, I didn't realize it was going to be that way? Or did it just turn out exactly how you...
It's a lot more involved than what you see from the outside. A lot more involved.
The Legion or managing it? Both?
Both.
Yeah. What's the most surprising thing about managing a bar and grill? That, like, the average person wouldn't think.
All the little details that have to be taken care of.
Somebody's got to figure it out, right?
And nobody notices them until you drop the ball.
Yes. Yeah. So many things in life
Then
are that way, right?
It.
Like,
exactly.
Nobody notices the work when things are working. Nobody notices. It's only when things stop working,
right?
That people go, "Hey, wait a minute."
Exactly. Yeah. Why isn't this? What's going on here?
What's going on? Okay. Here's a question. Now, this might be a little out there, so I want you to maybe take a second and think about it. You're going to send a 3-word message back in time to yourself when you were 18 years old. So 18 years old. How many years ago would that be? I don't want to... What would that be? Is that the 90s? The 80s? The 70s?
80s.
The 80s? Okay. Just going back.
Mid-80s.
Mid-80s. So
Yep.
It's the mid-80s. You're living in Fargo? Moorhead? You're living around here? You're 560 proud, right? Are you living here? We never talked about your
Not
background.
quite.
Okay.
Close, though.
Okay.
Close to here.
So you're in the Midwest.
Yep.
It's 1980-something. You're walking around. What are you wearing? What do you wear in the 80s?
In the summertime?
Yeah.
Shorts and tank top, T-shirt.
And beamed into your head is a 3-word message. You know only to trust it. What are the 3 words beamed into your mind to change your life for the better?
I don't know if I can fit it into 3 words.
Well, you got to try. You only get that's the way the power works.
Treat people respect.
Treat people respectfully. Very nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, how do you think that would change your life? Were you doing the opposite of that?
At times, we all have them, sure. But
the more
I think what you put into something is what you get back out of it.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, and I've found that the older I get as well is that sometimes it's not all about take. Sometimes you give, and then you'd be surprised what you get back.
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all the giving that we have time for. We're going to move on next to our segment, Fargo Favorites, when we get back. So don't go nowhere.